Hey, listeners. Welcome back to Story Time with Dudesky. Dudesky's Adventures. I already went through this, didn't I? I'll say both. I like them. So, I was just, here talking with my crew that we're going up with. And just, I guess, talking about the last couple times, the differences. And I guess between each time we've gone, or that I've gone, and what we've learned, I guess, or what happened, or anything. For example, the first time I went up, I was green around the gills. What I mean by that is I was inexperienced. I was a newbie, alright, complete noob. And the person I went up with as well that first year was Susie. She was a complete newbie as well, totally green. And then there was Alan and his mom, Grandma West, or Mom West. I call her Mom West. It was just us four. So Alan had to like really pick up the slack and pick up the load on that. Dude, I haven't had cherry cokes in such a long time. They're amazing. Sorry. Randomized. It's good. Anyways, so let me put it this way: how bad it was to be a new, or have two new people on the team. Okay. If you go onto my Facebook and you go see in the album, the picture album of the 2012 trip, you'll see that we have pictures of us kneeling down with fish in the sand. Okay, those are known as dry picking. That means that the water is completely gone, it's receded all the way back, the tide is down completely, and the net is on the sand with the fish drying out in the air. Okay, so there was the first time that we had a big tide. Oh man, I remember we were out there picking off fish in total of 12 hours. That means when the tide was in, we were there picking. The tide was ebb and flow, and it stayed there. And then when it started going out, we stayed there, and we started, the tide kept going out, and we still had a crap ton of fish. And since Susie and I were new, we weren't moving as fast. I picked up all right, but I still wasn't fast, and I wasn't used to it. Susie even less than me. But we tried, we did what we had to do, and it took us a while. There was 2 days in a row that happened to us. And on each tide, it was probably a good, I don't know, a combination between both sides, probably a good 5,000 pounds between both nets that we had to pick like that, and most of it was dry picking. It was... I told myself on the second day, I'm like, I need to get better. I have to. And I did. Throughout the rest of the season, I got better. I don't think we had another day of dry picking after that. I don't remember. If we did, those were the 2 worst days. Because after that, I was like, no, I can't do it. I have to pick up more slack. I have to pick up my part. I remember Alan telling me, like, you might have to work a little harder. So I told him, okay, I'll do what I can. And so I did. And I even told myself, like, if I get a chance to come back again, I'm not gonna be a slow picker. Like, I can't let that happen. I cannot let that happen again. The second year came around, and I did that. I proved myself to be a faster picker the second time around. Alan saw it, and then Sean, it was me and him for the first time, but he had already some experience, right? But he could tell I was picking pretty good, so I had my experience, and I was doing all right, so we didn't have such a green team. I wasn't too green. It was my second year, so I had some experience, right? And then again, so this year, it's my third year. It's gonna be like muscle memory again. Once I get going, I'm gonna get going. And also because Alan got hurt this year, I have to pick up more slack. So because he's faster, way faster than me. He's been doing this for fucking 3 decades, right? So the second year, I'm trying to remember right now at the top of my head, I don't think we had a single dry pick day. If we did, it was maybe one, but I don't remember. It must have not been that bad compared to the first year, you know. And if we did, you know, I wouldn't doubt it. Maybe we had one, maybe 2 days that were 2 tides that we picked, and some of it was dry picking, but it wasn't too bad, you know. Well, yeah, actually, you know what? Yeah, because I remember now. Yeah, the reason why I call Sean Eagle Claw. So listen, his name is Sean Eagle Claw Stanley. Eagle as in the bird, right? Eagle Claw. The reason why, and you'll see on the videos later on, it'll tie in more if you're hearing this or seeing this. So when the tide comes out, it leaves little trails, I guess, little mini rivers in the sand where the water goes out, and the fish follow that out, right? That's how they navigate themselves through those little channels, right? On one of those, we see it, and like we are kind of dry picking. It was probably that one day or one of those 2 days that we did that, and I remember we're facing opposite each other on each side of the net, and he looks up, he's like, oh, and I'll be right back. I'm like, what's going on? So I see him kind of like running in this weird little sneaking pose. I'm like, what is he doing? There's nobody out here. And then I see in this little puddle, there's this fish just swimming around, trying to find open water again, you know. And in my in my head, I watch a lot of cartoons, anime, and all those things, right? So in my head, when he jumps, because he did this sneak attack jump thing and then grabbed the fish, in my head, when he jumped, he did an eagle sound. You know, I don't know, I can't do a high pitch, but you get me, right? So that's what I hear, rah, you know. So he gets it, he picks up the fish, he's like, I got dinner for tonight. I was like, oh shit, fucking Sean Eagle Claw Stanley over here catching fish. And well, I mean, that's how I'm correlating that one dry day, right? But that's a little side story for you. Squirrel, right? Dry picking is no fun. So this year I'm really gonna focus on remembering, I guess, the ins and outs of the actual fishing itself when I'm in the water. Because if I can do that, then the rest of the season will be a lot easier, because I'll have more help and everything else. But it all comes down to how many fish I can pick to get into the raft to go to sell. If I slow down or I let fish get away, because it's gonna happen, fish are gonna get through, the net is gonna tear, fish will jump over, I might accidentally like overthrow it, it might hit the raft, or it might fly out of the raft with a wave. It'll happen, trust me, it happens. Every year that I've gone, it happens. And that's money lost, right? So we don't want to keep doing that. So I'm going to focus on not making those same mistakes as I did the first 2 years. It's going to be really, you know, I wouldn't say really, really tough to control everything, but I'm going to at least do what I can possibly to make sure that I speed up, especially this year. Speed the way the hell up. So that way we don't have any dry picking. No more dry picking days. So, I mean, things like that, right? We were talking a while earlier, going back to the beginning of to this recording. Just random things like that, you know. Everything that happened on the first year that I can remember as of right now has been already, I've told you all. The second year, I mean, it's all basically, like I said, it's about a lot of repetition. Every year is the same thing. Now, the setup and all those good things, the fishing itself is all the same, I guess, movement and repetitive wise, but the experience that you get overall, and then the little things that happen in between, that is what's gonna make the difference this year to the last 2 years that I've gone, you know. And with anything that happens, especially when I come back, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I haven't decided. And where was I going with this? And oh yeah, so I mean, the differences too, and Sean's been going the last 5 years since the first time I met him, so of course he knows more of the in and outs of what goes on there, how to set everything up, and I'll follow his lead, of course. Emily, her whole life with her dad was in Alaska fishing on the boat. She's been around Allen's camp her whole life every summer, so she knows everything too. His son Jason, I don't know when the last time he went. And he's good, obviously. It was his family thing for a while. I think he owned a boat and did the same thing with a boat too. So I mean, he said the same thing. He's gonna follow Sean and Emily around to make sure we do everything right. So that's what it is this year. What else? I mean, apart from this whole quarantine thing that we have to do, there's only those extra guidelines, but that's the biggest difference of the last 2 times I've gone. That main thing right there. I mean, so we had this little conversation inside, and we were just talking all day about these things. So I just decided, come out here and, well, I thought inside, I was like, man, this would have been a great, like, little interview with all these people, right? Just talking about our experiences and what's going on. So I'm gonna bring it up to them. Maybe they want to join in on some of these audios and videos, and put their 2 cents in, their experiences. I would love for them to do it, so I'll bring it up to them. Cool thing, actually, my buddy Sean, you'll see in other videos, he likes to what's called rock hounding. And also, this is another thing that I did the second year too, with Emily and Sean. That's how I've learned about these things. There are rocks called agates, okay? And my buddy Sean can explain this way better than me, all right? So I'm not even going to try too much, but they're really cool agates. They're really cool rocks, all right? And, damn, they're inside. If not, I'd show the camera so you guys can see it. But those of you guys listening, make sure you see the videos of when me and my buddy I'm going to have him explain to you guys what these agates are. So we've been doing that. We've been rock hounding. Now, rock hounding is we go to different places and we just literally go look for these rocks. I mean, it's a pastime tradition up here in these neck of the woods of the United States, because of the area and the mountains and the minerals and all that good stuff that goes along with making these types of rocks. There's quartz, there's little big ass rocks called thunder eggs that have like little crystals inside that are made from molten lava and I don't know what. The agates themselves, I mean, I found some the other day when we went to the river. Like, you'll see the video, I'm knee deep in water looking for agates, and you'll see on the camera how beautiful these rocks look. And they're tough as hell. They're crazy to find. If you don't train your eye, you have to train your eye to find these things. And in water, it's a lot worse because the ripples, and it's actually pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it sounds weird, and he says it himself, it's fucking weird. But I think it's actually pretty cool and interesting because, I mean, one, you don't find stuff like this anywhere. Like, nobody knows anything about it because it's just a local area type thing. If someone local studies these things about things around the world that have these same types of rock formations, then yeah, go for it. They travel, but a lot of people don't come here to do these things unless there's that person. But anyways, I have other videos for those too, so I'm gonna have him. He told me, he's like, yeah, you can interview me. I was like, okay, cool. I was thinking about it, so I'm gonna interview him. He's gonna explain, a few, like, maybe 10-minute video or something like that about what goes on or how it happens, or 5-10 minute video just to give you guys a little more background of what it is and what we do, or what he does, or what I'm joining him on doing. And then you'll see the videos of what we find, and it's gonna be pretty cool. I've been enjoying it. For example, tomorrow, like today is Tuesday, May 26th. So tomorrow, Wednesday, my friend Chelsea and I, we're planning to go up to, I believe she said it's called Crystal Lake. That's the Mount St. Helens area that I've been excited to do. And she lives here and she's super freaking excited. So imagine how I feel. Oh, this is going to be great. All right. So I want to make sure that I record the entire thing with that, take the battery pack, everything. All right. I have plenty of snacks. I did laundry today so I can pack up for tomorrow. And these are just differences from the last 2 times that I was talking about with them, because they see me, I'm super excited. They're asking me what my plans are for the rest of the time we're here, because we leave next week to Alaska. Just preparing everything, and I tell them, like, I'm just enjoying the time here. So I told them where I'm going. They're like, okay, cool, all that stuff. And that's another big difference from the first 2 times for me. And because the first time, like I mentioned in one of the last videos, I had a girlfriend and she didn't like the fact that I was leaving her for 2 months to Alaska. So I mean, when I came back the first time, I told her I want to do it again next month. She flipped her script. She's like, hell no, you're not doing this shit again. She got pissed. And I didn't go next year because I had a good job. I had 2 good jobs, so I didn't go. Whatever. Fast forward to 2015. I didn't have a girlfriend per se. We didn't have the title of going out, but I was talking to this one girl, and we were talking seriously. And that year was really weird for me emotionally. I don't know why. I just had these nasty ass panic attacks when I was up here, and all I could think of was like, I need to make it back. I need to make it back. I need to stay alive. I don't know. It was weird. Panic attacks are ridiculous. So when I came back, that's when everything happened, and we started talking a little more seriously. We moved in a few months after that. I started working at the Cutco a few months after I came back from there too, and well, I mean, from there I've been doing nothing but Cutco. I haven't gone anywhere. That relationship didn't turn out either. This time I'm completely single. I mean, I'm not even talking to anybody in a serious manner like I was the last time. Not that I guess like I'm gonna go out and whore around, because I don't always do that. If I could go out and have fun right now, especially because there's a quarantine, I'd be out there right now. I'd be doing a lot more things, an amusement park, freaking concert, something, I don't know how different it would be. And I don't know, I mean, I'm just out here for the adventures anyways. If something cool happens with a chick, fucking magical. The music. Anyways, so the differences of just all the times I've been up. I mean, I guess from here on out, whatever I decide, hopefully if I, like I said, if I get the blessing to come up here every summer, I will make it happen. I will find a way to make it happen to be up here for the rest of my life every summer if I can possibly do it. And I'll even talk to Alan about it. Like, hey man, how about you just put me on every summer from here on out? Like, I'm dedicated, committed. Boom, that's it. You have me. Boom, nobody else. That's it. Let's go. I'm in. See what he says. See what he says. Whoa, what can happen from here till next year? You haven't even started fishing yet. Yeah, I know. But we'll see what happens, Next year will be different. How? I have no idea. I don't know. We'll see. I'm enjoying this time right now. A few other differences were the second time around, the Chelsea's family, her dad and brothers, they were obviously, because they remember me from the first time around and Chelsea bringing them around, they're like, okay, cool. They invited me to go pop fireworks with them down at the beach because it was somebody's birthday. I remember who it was. And I have pictures on there too. You see us, me and Sean, my crazy ass curly hair. And it was cool because, it's a family that only met me once or twice. They're really open about, inviting people in and, being nice. So we went down to the beach, popped fireworks. And the rule, I had this rule, like you have to be back at the cabin before dark because of bear country, of course. I respect those rules. But, they dropped us off in the truck. There was a bear around there, so we got safe. But, of course, it's not an ideal thing to do, Plus, the fireworks scared off any bears that were immediately around us in the area. So I wasn't too worried. There was a good few amount of us, and they had shotguns in the truck just in case. This year, they're not going up. They don't have that. Oh, I mean, they haven't been going up since the last time I went, actually. Corrected myself on that. I forgot. They haven't gone up in years, so they're not going up this year either. A lot of people aren't going up this year because of the whole corona thing going on. So I mean, there's going to be quite a few differences this year, and those differences will create a whole new different story for the next time, or as I go along, as I record these videos while I'm up there. So just remember that for this next couple of weeks, or this next 1 week actually, because again, today's Wednesday, the 26th of May. I'm supposed to leave the 3rd of June and be in Alaska already. So if I can record something from Anchorage before I head out to the boonies in the middle of nowhere, I'll do it and I'll post it, hopefully, if I can. If not, as of next Monday, don't expect to see much from me until the beginning or middle of August. Alright? The videos I'm going to really try to upload as soon as possible. It takes quite a bit. These audios, they get up ASAP. So if you're hearing this, check out the videos. Wait for them. Either way, wait for the rest of the audios. I thank you guys for listening in. You guys are the coolest. Please feel free to share these. If you like these stories, you think somebody might enjoy them, share it. The more you share it, the more the stories get out. I just like telling stories. Yeah, so stay tuned, guys, for the next story time.